Thursday. And I will explain the title in a little while.
It was just to suck you in.
But that's why we're all drinking.
We are drinking. Well, I'm drinking water, but cheers. But it is true. This is the last, the final Thursday Night Live. This is not a lie.
Oh, no.
There's an asterisk.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
I'm with the viewers here, so I get suspense.
We'll talk about it in a minute. I'll wait till there's more people. So, it's been a crazy week, as always. We have exceeded the insurance capabilities of our policy in one swift move. Thanks, Greg.
America.
Yeah. Greg's speciale is in the shop for some service work, and our policy only goes up to $750,000 per car.
Mm.
And here's anyone want to stab a guess? How much more per year does it cost for our insurance to go up to $1 million per car?
Oh, jeez.
Take a guess. Anyone?
Difference from what you're paying now per car?
Yeah. What's the increase?
$5,000.
Yeah, I was going to say at least 12.
Pretty close.
All right.
Pretty close. It was a little over $10,000 more. To like for the
Ringo got it.
Yeah, he got it pretty much right on.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times a year we have a car that's worth more than $750,000. It's paid $10,000. I'm like, no. I'm just gonna make those people sign a waiver.
Smart. Yeah.
Like that's because they're not like. I mean, what am I gonna do? Take $10,000, divide by 3, and be like, oh, guess what, Greg? Your car's at our shop. Here's a $3,000 insurance surcharge on your car. Like, no, it makes no sense. It's idiotic.
That would make installing shift paddles really expensive.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Replacing?
Yeah.
As a contract lawyer, was the contract solid?
Yeah, right. I didn't.
Sure, totally solid.
Yeah.
Well, the non-existent contract I still need to make.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I do need to actually do that though. Like it's one thing when someone you know, it's another thing when it's someone we don't know as well.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And actually the fear is not even that they might sue us or get unhappy. It's what happens if their insurance comes after.
Well, yeah, that's the real fear because
Right.
even if they're cool, their insurance isn't going to be.
Right. So
I have decided to raise the insurance on my speciality to $1.4 million.
Did you really?
No.
No.
Well, in that case, I'm going to Coda tomorrow.
So, you'll love this, Greg. You'll love this. With our social media person posted some pictures of your car, and we literally had like 10 people be like, "How much?"
Yeah, but tell them to make offers.
I told them.
I told everybody it was sold.
We told no. I told them, dude. I was telling them like 1.4, 1.3. I was like, yeah, Greg would probably take that.
I'd probably take less than 1.4. Let's be reasonable.
Probably. You greedy bastard.
Josh told me I was supposed to have waterfront property, and I don't want it to be a Galveston, so I'm gonna get some money.
It's going at least Port Arthur. Come on.
At least got to be able to see through the water.
Yeah.
Well, the other person we know who has waterfront property there, it's a little more than that. So I need some money.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'm accepting offers. Take
there you
offers.
go. There you go. Yeah. We just renewed all of our insurance, and on the plus side, Randy is now on the insurance. So we actually have 3 people who are allowed to drive the cars, which is actually extremely helpful.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And surprisingly, that didn't really change the cost barely at all. So that makes it feel a little more comfortable. But of course, like all 3 of us, knock on wood, have no accidents, no hits, no driving history that's a concern. So I think that's the problem really is like if we ever hired someone to put them insurance, be like, dude, if you have any accidents or any tickets, you are not going on our insurance. You can't touch the cars. So too bad.
This is a good question, and I think the answer is nobody. No, it doesn't matter.
Not
Where is
really.
Where is it 10?
I mean, it's over $10 in Europe.
Yeah. It's getting close in California. It's closer to 10 than closer to 0.
Yes.
I mean, I think it'll change how people use the cars. I mean, they'll be less just kind of like, driving to do nothing. But I still want to take it for a drive. I would.
I mean, I feel like that's a not substantial portion of the cost of these cars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like if you buy a well into 6 figures car and you can't afford $10 a gallon gas, you've made a poor decision.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's like race fuel prices at the racetrack.
Yeah,
true.
$16 a gallon,
I'd be
110
curious
octane.
if the gas prices at the racetrack will become more competitive because it's not taxed the same.
Yeah, good question.
Oof, $7 a gallon. Woo. Dang.
For commuting, that sucks. For a fun weekend, whatever.
I just paid $5.30 a gallon for diesel today.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm getting close to Phillips costing me $200 a tank.
Hey, maybe it'll make people enjoy the rides even more because they're like, well, I'm paying for this. I want to get my money's worth.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to speed way more. The cost of the ticket is so much less to the cost of the fuel used for the drive.
Right? Actually, that's sad to think about is we're getting close to where a tank of gas costs almost the same as the ticket.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Sad.
That was loud.
Oh.
Yeah, geez. Well, no, I'm still gonna wait for a little bit longer. I'm only 8 minutes in. I'm not gonna divulge why it's the final Thursday Night Live.
Yep.
I'm not gotta wait a little bit more. We gotta
wait
drag
a little
this
bit
one on a little bit.
Yep.
So yeah, big changes. Insurance renewed. We've got Randy. We now have Jamie, our in-house social media person, is officially an employee and full-time.
Nice.
So
Sweet.
that is awesome. That's I was meeting with her discussing our plan, and we started a calendar where we're like planning out videos that we're gonna be doing far in advance. So there's more content coming your way. So you guys should be happy about that, and very intentional content. So like that's the nice thing is having someone helping with that. Now that I don't have to sit there and edit 20, 30 hours a week or whatever it was costing me, I can spend even a portion of that time making more videos or filming the videos and then being like, here.
Nice.
Like,
so is she going to do all the YouTube editing, or are you going to stick to editing the vlogs?
I am going to do zero editing.
Nice.
Although I joked with Jamie that I'm going to every once in a while, for shits and giggles, edit a video to see if anyone notices a difference in style.
Yes. That's awesome.
Just to be like, I'll just sneak one in once in a while, and we'll see if people are like, "What the hell?" Or like, "That one's better." That'll be, oh shit.
Has she edited a video that's gone live yet?
2.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. So some of your feedback was taken into consideration. Thank you. People bitched too much that she made too many cuts, and that was too jumpy. So she's gonna throttle it back a little bit. But
Well,
I actually like the faster pace. I think it makes the plot go faster.
Yeah. I
So
agree with that.
it's one of those things where when someone else edits your stuff, it's easier for them to cut than it is for you. Because you're like, oh, I filmed that. I don't want to cut it.
Yeah.
But for them, they're like, this isn't helping the story. But
Mhm.
so she can be more objective about it than I can because I'm emotionally attached to the content I create. If that makes
That's
sense.
why editors aren't usually on set on feature films.
Makes sense, right? Like
Yeah.
keep them separate because they can very objectively be like, this is or is not helping the storyline go.
Yeah, I don't care how hard it was to get that shot. It sucks.
Yeah, the shot doesn't matter. Get rid of it. Like it doesn't help. Go. So the YouTuber conference thing I went to in LA was good. It wasn't as good as the one I went to in Austin, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. Here's the funny thing is the speakers were more relevant to our topic, but it wasn't, I don't know, it just wasn't quite as interesting. Some of the data was like the same stuff, just regurgitated in a different way. So it's kind of like, but I did meet more there was actually like car YouTubers there versus at the Austin one. There was only one other car YouTuber, but there was multiple at this one. So we were chatting and discussing cars and whatever. So that was cool. In fact, one of them I actually had previously met in 2019. And it was funny because he totally recognized me and I felt like an asshole because I didn't recognize his face. But as soon as he was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, God. Totally, like, initially I did not remember his face, but then I quickly remembered him. But so it was really cool to like catch up and discuss. And he kind of abandoned the car YouTube world. He started making like Roomba, like robot vacuum cleaner reviews.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
And dude, he was like,
got a good little niche.
he was like, dude, it makes so much more money than automotive
Crazy.
because it's all product.
Yeah.
So like every video, he sells multiple products, right? Because people are like, oh, I'm watching this video to learn about this particular robot vacuum. So they're obviously intentional about, I'm going to buy one. And if they buy it from his links or his affiliate, whatever, he gets a kickback.
Good for
So
him.
he's making crap tons of money on that. I'm like, oh man, that's actually kind of brilliant. And it's such a niche that there's not really that many people doing it. So
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I will admit I've watched robot vacuum YouTube before. So
Really?
yeah. I was like, is this vacuum worth the $1,000 to buy it? I was
I
like,
didn't know that was a thing.
yeah. Well, what was funny is I was like telling him, like, here's the one I have. Is it any good? And he's like, no. I was like, damn, I knew it. I knew I got screwed.
I do like this. Thanks, Steve.
Oh yeah. No.
Greg's got the blue car
Jeez.
memo.
Gabe, how's racing?
I have a busy year coming up.
I
I have
bet.
I have at least 10 events, like
Dang.
6 or 7 races, some
Dang.
pseudo races, some kart races, Monticello, the Ferrari event. Gonna be instructing there.
Cool.
Got a few days at Watkins Glen later this year with a club.
you.
So it's a busy year. I'm sure I'm gonna be saying no to more than I can do because I need to get a trailer.
I got one.
Problem is my budget's so low right now for a trailer.
Oh, make me an offer.
What's your budget, Gabe?
Yeah.
$3.
$4
$3.
grand.
How much?
I'll sell you my trailer for $4,000.
$4,000. What? You're
There you
right.
go.
Done.
You gotta come out here and get it though.
Seriously. It's missing a door, but it's yours.
I don't want to have to do any work, so fix the door and we'll.
No, then I'm gonna sell it for more.
All right, we'll
It's not a
talk.
big deal to fix that door.
I mean, you could swing through Alabama on the way and pick up a new door.
Is it the side door or the rear?
The man door.
Okay.
The side door, yeah.
The side man door. Because I'm so just like done with that trailer.
Did you get a new one?
No. I'm thinking about just I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just mad at that trailer because that was
Yeah.
BS.
That thing's been a curse since you bought it.
Seriously, it has.
People breaking
Everything
into it.
Yeah. So pass
it's
it
been
off.
broken into.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful, Gabe. It's
I mean, oh yeah,
the
yeah.
greatest-
Sorry,
it's
it's
the greatest
amazing.
trailer.
I mean,
Yeah.
4K.
Hundreds of thousands of miles. It's great.
It actually has gone like 50,000 miles.
At least. Yeah.
Yeah. Last time I heard there were still 2 or 3 rooms at the Dragon. So if you are interested in going to the Dragon, send us an email and I'll send you the link. Also, if you signed up for any of the hotels and you're going to join us, send me an email with your phone number so I can add you to our WhatsApp group, because otherwise you have no idea what's going on. There you go. But yeah, and I realized after we sent out the newsletter, we had the dates wrong. So it's May 4th through 8th. There you go. Yeah, that trailer has seriously, it's seen some shit.
How are the tires and brakes?
I just replaced the tires
Nice.
Okay.
because they blew up, remember?
I like this. That's a good way to put it. It has provenance.
Providence. The brakes are working. I haven't
Sounds
checked.
fancy.
Yeah.
I haven't checked on the drums in a long time. I'm trying to remember the last time I put new grease in it. It's probably been a year or two. I don't think you want to publish that on this. I'm not going to put that on the screen. Don't put your phone number in the chat. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Send us an email with that. In fact, I should probably just remove that real quick.
I would.
I'm going to delete it for you as a courtesy.
Yeah, that is public on Facebook. So.
You don't want that on Facebook. You don't want it public. It's a bad idea. No, we haven't seen that robot dog again since that one day, sadly. Yeah. Well, still, I don't think you want that number public. Well, maybe you do want it public. I don't know.
Yeah, if it's a business number, maybe you do want it public, but
I don't know. Either way, putting numbers on YouTube is a terrible idea. I'm just saying, because God knows. Yeah, trailer and shipping problems. It's like, what is it with transporting these cars that is so much of a hassle? We did end up, because of the bad luck with shipping, we now have like multiple brokers that we contact, and one of them is like the nicer broker who, like, he still brokers stuff, so it's still like different people, but he kind of screens them really strict, and like they all speak English and they're all like reasonably, like capable of communication, and
wow.
They all know how to stop the bleeding if they get cut.
probably I'm gonna say probably that one's a good
Ask for a
question.
first aid kit.
Yeah. I will say they tend to arrive when they say they arrive, although they might alter the schedule up to, I'm gonna say, up to 12 hours before they get there. The schedule could change, but then pretty much within the next 12 hours, like as soon as they're like, oh, we'll be there within like 8 hours or 6 hours or 4 hours or whatever, they're always there reasonably close. So yeah, right. I bet the Tour of Destruction has lots of beat up looking trailers that show up. I mean, trailers just get their asses kicked. That's just how it is. Oh man, don't jinx us like that. Knock on wood.
Jeez. Yeah.
Jeez. That's all we need. The dealer put Cup 2 Rs in my car. How long until they stop picking up every rock in the road? Until you replace them.
Yeah.
No.
Until you put Pilot Sport 5S's on.
Right.
No, the Cup 2R tread, the compound that's different than the Cup 2 is like that thin. So after like 200 miles or so, probably you'll just have a regular Cup 2 on the car.
Yeah, it's basically like you get one track day and then they're done.
Yeah.
For the really sticky stuff. Let's see. I was waiting until 30 minutes in to tell everyone why this is the last.
Yeah, we can hold out 10 more minutes.
Yeah, we can hold it 10 more minutes.
There you go, Hugh. You got 10 more minutes to get.
You got 10 more minutes. Go rip one for yourself and then come back. Lordy. What else is going on? Hilariously, so the shop went from being full to being half empty to being full all within less than 36 hours.
That's
So we had a
love of life.
yeah, we had a bunch of cars go out, and then all of a sudden, like a bunch of cars showed up, and now it's full again. So, man, it's been. I don't know if I mentioned it. Did I tell everyone we bought a service software?
Yes, you
Mentioned
mentioned it last week.
Mentioned it. Okay.
How's it working?
Yeah. Amazing. It's one of those things that it's going to take a lot of upfront work to get it to where you plug in all the crap you need. And then once you've done that, in the future, it'll be super quick to, like, for example, like someone's like, oh, the first time someone's going to convert a car, I have to go through and be like, oh, here's every part that we need to put in a conversion. And here's how much time it'll take, and here's this, and here's
It's a legit RO software, so you'll get a RO like you would at a regular dealership
Dang.
when we do service work, and it shows up on the Carfax.
Yep.
Oh, don't do that. Boo.
Oh, really? No bueno.
You don't
like
want it?
that?
No. No,
Why?
no.
Why not?
Just better.
Fly under the radar.
Less service records.
Yeah. Yeah.
I figure most people want that for the service records.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean,
not.
the problem is it's like when it's the normal service,
Yes.
then yes, that's what you want. Do I want the car to show that it's in for service when I'm getting paddles on it? Probably
Well,
not.
I don't know how Carfax will even. They're not going to say shift paddles replaced in Carfax.
No.
Yeah.
Sometimes it indicates something specific. Like my 360 had, I forget, I'd have to look at it, but it was like,
I think on some of those, if you don't put the VIN when you put
Well,
the
then it
car
definitely
in,
can't report.
then it won't report it. So like if you could find a way if the software will work without the VIN, then you guys can.
I wonder if there's a way you can say don't report this particular RO.
Yeah.
I'll
I
have
don't
to
know.
look into that because,
So
like,
there's like sketchy things where it's like a tire replaced. And you're like, why was a tire replaced, Carfax?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
happened to this car that a tire was replaced every 3 days for the last month?
Yeah, 100%.
I think most people want it, but there could be
I
exceptions.
guess
where
we
people,
could just omit the VIN if someone doesn't want it. So just remind us to do that.
I
I'm
mean,
reminding you.
mine says battery replaced at one point. So
Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah, that's good.
I thought it
So
was
you-
something more specific.
Yeah, I'm curious what
Okay.
all it would and would not report.
Mhm.
The mileage incorrect thing is stupid. That drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't want to have issues with Carfax. That's the thing. So it's like when it's like the one annual service and then all the stuff's right. It's like, okay, that's fine. It's just like sometimes like you don't want to deal with, oh, why do you have one tire replaced? Why or that or it just I don't know. I've always preferred. I'll keep my own records and
Yeah.
then I don't.
I guess. Yeah, I can see both. I mean, we've also had many people ask, "Oh, like, why aren't you reporting Carfax?" Because I want it to be on Carfax. Like, but that's normal stuff. Like,
Yeah.
oh, like you change the oil and you change the brake pads, or
Yep.
stuff
Yeah,
that drives value for future owners.
Yeah, I was going through my records for John today, and we were looking at, what does it cost to put new springs on the car or whatever.
Mm.
I opened up my binder of Scud records, my favorite thing. And as I flipped through, probably like 15 pages of records, into the one, I'm looking at this oh yeah, air filter edge melted, hours spent, clean inside of airbox. And I was like, yeah, I really wish I had a record that didn't say that. That'd be cool. But
We'll just run it through a shredder.
It was that. It was. Oh wait, it was on Carfax. It was that specific.
no, that was just like the actual service record. I'm sure Carfax is not anything, but I was just like, yeah, the records don't need to say everything all the time. It's okay.
it's a double-edged sword, because if you don't make it specific, then someone will get, like, oh, what did you actually do? Why are you charging me this much money? And then I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so like the old Jag issues, like the Jag forums want you to put in your VIN before you order like a body color matched part or something.
Right.
And then they actually report that as like body panel purchased.
Oh.
And it's like,
Body
no, the
work.
car wasn't. Yeah, but it implies the car was in a wreck. And it's like, no, it wasn't in a wreck. I was just trying to change something out to.
I'll have to look into if we can selectively choose whether or not you can report to Carfax for like a specific RO or not. That would be the most ideal. Is
Yep,
like
that would.
if you could turn it on or off for a specific RO. So like this customer does not want their shit reported to Carfax.
Yeah.
So I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. I just know when I talked to one shop about it that used like Service Monkey or something like that, it was just all about the VIN. They could do the RO with no VIN and then no issue. And then
we can definitely have an RO without a VIN.
Yeah, and that would do it.
So I guess
someone else's VIN. I don't
I'll
care.
delete your VIN tomorrow.
Yeah, don't put my VIN.
Okay.
The air exhaust is getting swapped if I sell the car. So
If the customer seems like they're maybe a little sketch or that they can't really afford the car that's in the shop, probably don't include the VIN.
if they stretch beyond their means to buy a Speciale,
They really
Right.
stretch.
Shift paddles fixed.
Lordy. Oh, here you go. What are some of the highest mileage Ferraris you've come across over the years? And specifically, what is the highest you remember? I know one that's got 103,000 miles. And I believe we're buying it.
Oh yeah.
okay.
So there you go, 103,000 miles. I
Can I
know
guess
there's
which
a
car that
guy. There's a guy who's got a 430 that's got like 200 and something thousand miles.
Dang.
And then
Like
there's
to be-
another guy
I'd like
who's
to
got
see his binder.
yeah, right. There's another guy that's got 3 Ferraris that all have well over 100 and something thousand miles. I can't remember the numbers, but both of those people have like articles written about them. So they can, they can last a long time. Just gotta take care of them, service them regularly and whatever. And it depends on what the car is, what it needs. A lot of the older ones get well into the hundreds pretty easily, or upper, and doesn't really seem to matter that much because it's a older Ferrari, and as long as it's been maintained, no, that Enzo has way over 100.
His original goal is 100. And they just keep going.
Yeah, I thought it was at like 150 or more now. Because when we saw it, it was well over 100.
Yeah, that was
what,
3 years ago, 2 years ago.
4 years ago? Yeah. That was cool though, seeing that car.
Oh, it was so cool. It was so dirty. It was the
was
dirtiest
so
car in
cool.
Monterey. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
That car is epic, man. That guy he's doing it right. Okay,
Right, it's past 8:30, but we don't have at least 50 likes yet. We need 7
What?
more likes.
What?
Come on. 133 people.
Yeah.
7 likes. 7 more.
Give up the likes. And then we'll tell you why this is the final Thursday Night Live. All right, well, I'll just start talking about it.
Oh.
Yes, now, Hugh.
Now.
Now.
All right, we're 48. We're close enough.
Close enough. Okay. This is the last Thursday Night Live on Normal Guy Supercar.
Ta-da.
What does that mean?
Bumped it up, and now they're going to be disappointed.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We are going to move the Thursday Night Live to a second channel. And you should go subscribe to that second channel.
Oh, it exists?
It already exists. Go right there. It's Normal Guy Premium. Yay! Normal Guy Premium. Go there and go subscribe. Now, there will be some changes to which I'm sure many people will boo in a moment.
Ooh.
Boo. It will only be on the first and third Thursday of the month. We have determined we are doing way too many lives.
It's getting out of hand.
It's a lot. It's so much work, and it's so hard to constantly think of something to talk about.
The problem is the week goes by so quick, and I feel like we just did this yesterday. So
Yep.
Yeah. We need some time to figure out. Like, I would like to be more intentional about topics. Like, actually plan out some topics. So that's one of the things we're gonna do is actually have Jamie come up with topics and give us stuff to talk about before we actually do it.
You want to turn it more into like this car pod, Doug DeMuro style, where we have stuff to talk about rather than just sit here and talk about nothing.
Interesting.
Yeah. So along with that, which this will be announced in a little bit, but I might as well tell all of you guys because you're super fans. The vlog is moving to the new channel. The weekly vlog will no longer be published on normalguysupercar.com or Normal Guy Supercar. It will be published on Normal Guy Premium. So you'll definitely want to subscribe to Normal Guy Premium because we're going to be publishing the weekly vlog there. And then the last change is that the vlog will be moving to Sunday mornings instead of Saturday mornings. So this is all very intentional because we are going to create topic-driven, thought-out, interesting, good videos for you guys, trying to target the 10 to 20-minute range and have those remain on Normal Guy Supercar and kind of go back to the origin of the channel. Not necessarily DIY, but like topic-specific videos for an intent, like for a specific purpose. And we're going to try and produce, the goal is 2 of those a week. And the goal will be to have those come out on Monday and Saturday. And then, so it'll be Monday topic video, Saturday, or basically almost every other Thursday, but first and third Thursday lives, Saturday topic video, Sunday weekly vlog. So there you go. You're getting more content.
Yay.
I'm still unhappy.
Huh?
I'm still unhappy.
Okay. Sounds about right.
I want less for free.
Right.
Oh, Greg's just being Hugh. Okay.
Yeah.
So, wait. So, all right. 2 channels.
Yes.
See if I get this straight.
Yes.
Normal Guy. This channel is going to be solely topic-driven videos. So, like what? Car reviews, timing belt changes, like.
Yep. Car reviews. Specific. So it's topic-specific videos, right? And the part of that is then we can come up with interesting titles and thumbnails that hopefully generate better clicks. So just so everyone understands, this is very intentional for a reason. Normal Guy Supercar is like the main focus point for our business. That channel needs to have videos that grow the audience and get views. And the data doesn't lie. The live streams hurt the channel. They actually hurt the channel. Okay. The vlogs keep the channel alive, but it does not grow the channel. So effectively, what's happened is our subscriber growth rate has flatlined.
Yeah. That's the why.
This is the why. So it is very intentional that, okay, you guys, the super fans who we love and who love us, are going to watch it whether it's here or there. But the second channel, Normal Guy Premium, we don't really care if it ever gets hundreds of thousands of subscribers and shit tons of views, because that's for you, right? And it's going to help keep people. It's going to be for people who are really interested in the guts of what we're doing.
Yeah.
Normal Guy Supercar is the channel that we want to grow and get new people. And then once they become a fan, it's like, hey, go check out our second channel. Right?
Yep.
So
Gotcha. So that's more of the fun house, not looking to drive growth. Just do what you want.
yeah. It's the demonetization.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, if people pay us, we can swear way more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. Honestly, maybe I shouldn't monetize that channel and we'll just go fucking ape shit.
Not now. It was too soon.
Oh, wait. We have a wrong channel.
You're still on the original channel.
Damn it. I screwed it all
How
up.
far do we want to go here?
I
Yeah.
have so many F-bombs to drop. I'm so excited.
We really need that. There's that line against that poster that needs to be full of YouTube plaques. So we need the gold plaque. We
over
need a
here?
second silver plaque. Yeah.
So, okay, and then what about the live stream is hurting?
So it literally harms the channel because its click-through rate is so low. So we publish the click-through, like we publish a live stream and it will get hundreds maybe of views. But what happened? So I specifically asked AI this problem, right? And it was like, you are harming your channel with the live streams because it is such a low click-through rate. And so what happens is the algorithm says, hey, you've got 100,000 subscribers. And only like 0.1% of those people or less actually want to watch that and click on the video. Yeah, they don't give a shit about your channel. They don't want to watch your channel. No one wants to watch it. So then the next video that comes out, it's like, yeah, people don't want to watch it. So I'm not going to even tell them.
Is it basing that off of how many people are watching live or the
click-through rate? It's
the
click-through rate
the recording.
and engagement.
For the live or the recording of it?
Both.
Okay.
It's both.
I think this is a great idea.
Yep.
My only question is, do we think Normal Guy Premium versus Normal Guy Supercar Premium is losing Supercar relevant?
I mean, arguably, I would say Normal Guy Premium because it's less about the cars. Like, it's the vlog.
Yeah, eventually it's going to become normal guy, just like Dunkin' Donuts became Dunkin', right?
Okay.
It's trending in that direction.
100%.
So eventually it'll just be premium.
Well,
I mean,
the
we all just want premium. So
Yeah.
The OnlyFans transition is a lot easier with Normal Guy Premium.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
We can go straight into the next
Used to
platform.
be the Facebook, right?
Yeah.
It's all
I'm curious. Oh, look at that. We're already up to 44 subscribers on Normal Guy Premium. And I
Oh, it's
haven't
going up.
posted nothing yet.
We need to hit at least 100 by the end of this. Come on.
Yeah, it should be 100. If
Because
I don't
yeah,
hit
15
100
minutes.
after this, I'm going to be sad.
Are we going to do the lives in person?
What's that?
Are we going to do any of the lives in person?
We could.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, so topic driven live. So that'll be interesting. You gotta
Yeah.
We're gonna have a screen, look at a screen like Doug's podcast.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Get together in Greg's garage.
Well, if we could have an excuse to go somewhere, I'm fine with that. And then
especially
we
if
could,
it's only twice a month.
Yeah.
well,
I mean,
Howard.
you could also go to the Howard one time and then do the other two. There's options.
There's options. Yeah, we can be more intentional about it because it's not every week.
I need approved excuses to leave the house. So
We still need to just prove that your garage is a green screen, Greg, and
the only way we'll prove it is if somebody buys my Speciale for incredible money. Now available in NG Supercars.
1.2?
6. Come on.
Yeah, you take that. Okay.
Well,
Should be.
1.2, we'll do 1.2. I'll cover shipping.
Okay.
It's so generous.
How generous of you.
So there you have it. That is the Yes,
Nice.
I wasn't lying. This is
Sweet.
the final Thursday Night Live on Normal Guy Supercar. It will come back on Normal Guy Premium, and it will only be on the first and third Thursday of the month. Yeah, actually, for 1.4, he would definitely throw in Alpha.
I might throw in the alpha for 1.2. We'll see.
Wow.
Don't show your hand, Craig. Come on.
$1.20, John.
So the other nice thing from a production standpoint and personally from a livability standpoint is getting back to doing content,
Okay,
thoughtful, topic-driven
I'll be there in a minute.
production means that they aren't necessarily time constrained. So like I don't have to, what I mean by that is like I don't have to worry about if that video comes out in 2 or 3 days. It can come out in a week or two. And that is finally going to enable me to have the ability to go on vacation because I can pre-build a couple videos and have those go out, and then I can go on vacation and not have the channel just die. Because in the YouTube world, if you don't publish consistently, your channel dies fast. So the Normal Guy Premium channel, I hate to say it, but it's like if I skip a vlog because I'm on vacation or something, I mean, you guys will be sad, but it won't crush the channel because that's not what the channel's for.
Yeah. And if we do a Watch Talk week when you're out, it won't hurt anything.
I don't give a shit. You can do that if you want.
Oh, well, this is even better. We can do 2 lives with Dan, and then we can have the other ones without Dan.
Oh, there you go.
I'm fine with that. I will gladly not participate. Let me know how it goes. Actually, I'll just check the data.
There you go. You're cut off, making no money.
Yeah. So if you haven't yet, please go to Normal Guy Premium and subscribe. The first planned vlog on that channel is not, it's going to be not this Saturday, not next Saturday. It will be the Sunday after that. Because we figured, I didn't realize we were going to do this that quickly, and so I didn't talk about it in the vlog that's coming out on Saturday. And I knew I needed to talk about it in the vlog, otherwise we would potentially risk like having a crap ton of people not know what's happening. So I'll probably have some shorts go out and maybe even a very short like video just explaining exactly this to the people who don't normally watch the lives, which is 99.something% of you.
I'm sorry, guys. I got to bail out early tonight.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I've got like a bunch of people standing here. They're like, oh.
Hi, people.
Hi.
Good luck. I'll tell you tomorrow.
All right. See you, Josh.
All right. See you guys later. Bye.
See ya.
See you, dude. We didn't need him anyway.
Thank God.
Such high resolution now. I feel better.
Oh man, yeah, no, look at all the space.
That's
Room
good
for activities.
So much
It's good to
room.
see these changes happening. This is the year of shit.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I this is all part of what I'm planning to do. I'm trying to be very intentional about the business and how we manage this business. So that's why we're creating the service system, because we need that. We need to get organized on that. It's going to make us be more efficient and effective and produce, honestly, a better product for you guys. So when your car comes to us for service, we can be more like better. I want to be better. Even though apparently some people don't want us to report to Carfax, I thought that would be a nice thing.
Customer's choice.
We're divided here now.
This that's that. It's lessons learned, and then that's how you learn and whatever.
Right.
I promise I never would have thought about it until all of a sudden I have these cars so far beyond my means where I'm like, wait, I got to think about every little thing now.
What the hell?
Hello.
You just here to screw it up?
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, what's
Scott's
up?
here. Lotus is also here. Lotus hasn't been here forever.
Oh my god!
Holy crap!
Were you watching, or you just got in?
I had a thing I couldn't get out of.
Okay.
I was racing
Well,
back.
you joined at the last 45 minutes of the last Thursday Night Live ever.
The whole crew's here.
Save the best for last. What can I say?
Yeah,
Right.
What's happening?
we are moving the live to the new channel, Normal Guy Premium.
Nice. Makes sense.
Yep.
It's good. I can't wait to see how it plays out.
I mean, it may be a total flop, but I
You
think
gotta try things.
I think the data is super strong that moving the live stream is the right thing to do. The data is fairly convincing that the vlog should also move to the new channel. So
Cool. Be fun.
Yeah.
Fun to see what happens.
yeah, right. I know it's funny that we were like, I don't want to touch service ever, and now we're like neck deep in service.
Well, I think it's really different with Randy, right? It's service takes a lot of time when it's not everything that you have to do.
Yes, that is a huge and when you have someone who's super competent and you don't even we don't even have to tell him anything. We just say this is all that oh, this needs to be done, and he's just like okay, and he figures it out. He goes and gets the right service manuals if he hasn't done that before, and he's just super competent, and that's just wonderful. Yes. What?
Bye, Scott.
Thank you. What is it?
Dada, he's on McDonald's.
Oh, I'm getting McDonald's. Oh, French fries. No. Is that good French fries? Okay. Thanks.
Thank you. I love you. I
Oh.
love you, Dada.
I love you too. You are wonderful.
Oh.
What a cutie.
Dan, what do you think about Instagram using that as a channel for growth? Like,
We are very intentionally posting a shitload more on
I
Instagram.
feel like your business could or should have 50,000 followers easily.
I totally agree.
Are you still there?
What?
Dan?
I see him.
Okay.
Oh, you're back. I think like if you posted, well, I don't know. Obviously, Jamie, you're working with her, but I feel like there's so many interesting reels that you guys could post,
Yes.
like tidbits about, but with you guys in them talking like fun, interesting shop moments because there's such virality to Instagram reels.
yes.
And I don't know. I feel like it could easily be a big
That
driver
is-
for growth.
That is a one of her major goals.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I very explicitly said that as one of her goals when I hired her. Like here, I laid out these are the things I want you to accomplish this year, and growing Instagram substantially is a huge part of it.
Sweet.
I just you got to understand I've let the social media side of the business kind of flounder a bit because I have seriously run out of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That's understandable.
and to be fair, that was never really something I'm that into.
Mhm.
I didn't want to really I never wanted to be the face of all of this. God, I'm an introvert. This is not what I want to do. But I also I don't think in that way. Those type of videos, self-aggrandizing videos and all that stuff are not my style. I don't think that way, but I know that that's the stuff that actually works in social media. So it's very hard for me to think in that manner, and having someone else be able to say, hey, get over here and you need to be in this video and talk about this or whatever. Great. So we're working together, me and her, to come up with topics that we're going to start shooting. So I shot a topic driven video this morning. The two of us came up with the idea.
Cool.
We came up with not really a script, but a bullet points of the things I need to talk about. So I filmed that this morning. I upload it to our share drive, and she's editing it from home.
Nice.
So
That's the way.
Yeah, I can imagine it growing pretty quickly now that you have someone dedicated to it.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I hope so. And yeah, we definitely need a special premium shirt.
Yep.
Cool.
I have a really stupid idea, so I'll
Oh,
tell you
good.
later.
I like stupid ideas.
Oh, I don't know if I would wear it. That's how stupid it is.
I mean,
but-
I'll wear it probably.
I was thinking about the Instagram today while I was multitasking, doing some things, and I think you should look most at Merit Partners and Meridian Modena Ferrari dealership. Of all like the dealer content that I see posted, like they managed to kind of just shoot the cars in such a way that makes them so attractive and interesting, even though like I know for a fact the cars at Merit Partners are no better
Oh,
No.
or
Why does everyone
quality
have internet?
than anything that kind of comes through y'all shop.
It's when we're
No.
talking about Instagram,
But-
YouTube hears that.
yeah. You just start cutting you out, Greg, because you're talking about Instagram.
Yeah, but yeah, I think the kind of just little Instagram reels from those dealerships are just really, really good.
All right, hold on a second. Let's try an experiment. All right, AI, listen to me. Cut what he just said out and turn that into a short so I can send that to Jamie. Let's see if that works. Dude, I've done some stuff like that. I tell you what, I have dove in on extra premium. I have
You don't
dove
want to
in
pay for the
hard.
extra.
Yeah. I am really utilizing AI, and it's shocking how actually I shouldn't even talk about this because I don't want my competition to do this. So never mind. Don't use AI, please. No, it's awful.
Oh, here, I'll segue off of that.
Okay.
I had they do a daily question of the day thing at work, and it was, do you find your work valuable? And today I put no, because all I do is push buttons to make AI do the shit I used to have to like think about doing. So that's not valuable. No, it's not rewarding.
Knowing the company that you work for, I don't think you should say that answer to that question.
Oh, I don't care.
Hey, don't talk your way out
It
of
goes to
the
my boss. He knows. We've had this conversation.
My
I
work
was
is
flirting with the
incredible.
layoff.
It's the most valuable.
Yeah, absolutely the most.
I think we have a nice balance because even when it tells you stuff, it still requires a ton of our action.
Mhm.
And there's still always a physical component. Like so much of what we do actually requires physical
Mhm.
things.
Oh, Steve and Monica, we're talking about doing like a Belgium trip later this year, next year. I have a whole itinerary made in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
the most
No,
epic Belgian beer trip you could ever think of.
I used it to help plan my trip to Japan with my dad.
Yep. I'm
So,
used it to
all
go to
right.
Germany next week. So
So you want to hear something that's really creepy? AI does some creepy shit sometimes. And it kind of depends on first of all, which AI you're using, so what data it has access to. And I'm preferring Gemini for a specific reason because we're so integrated with YouTube. So Gemini has
As you
access
should.
to all my YouTube data. So obviously that makes the most sense, right? It's going to give me the most insights into YouTube. So I was asking it like, hey, yeah, right. What did you say you do here? My red stapler? I was asking it like to come up with some ideas of helping the channel and blah 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 and all this stuff. And it specifically was like, oh, like what you could, a great topic or a great video idea is like when you go to Japan with your father, you could film some car content there. And I was like, excuse me? Like, I did not tell you this. It like knows this because of, and keep in mind, this is what's really fascinating about that. All of that is in my personal Gmail shit, not my work Gmail. And this was in my work account that I was doing this. So either it overrode the barriers and went into my personal account, or I actually think it went into our YouTube videos.
Oh, 100%
because we
did that.
talked about it,
Mhm.
and it
Yep.
knew that was coming up.
100%.
Yeah, it definitely looks at the transcripts
Yeah.
and everything.
So I was like, holy crap. And so then I told it, I straight up was like, that is a personal vacation. I am not going to do business on that vacation. It was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a great thing to do. Spend some time with your dad.
Yeah.
Gemini is really bad about linking things that shouldn't be linked. And you're like, bro, I did not give you that context. Stop.
Yeah, like, dude, that's creepy.
Yeah.
What would have been creepy is if the AI had said, "No, you're gonna shoot some content in Japan."
Right. Excuse me. I told you this is what's important.
You're gonna need to go ahead and bring back some content.
Yeah. When you get a notification on your phone when you get back, it's like, I told you to upload a video from Japan.
Where's that video, punk?
You filmed these 3 clips on this day. Why haven't you made this a video?
I've gone ahead and posted the video for you.
Right.
Well, what's funny is it still nudged me. It was like, oh, okay, I understand it's a personal vacation. It was like, well, if you happen to like see like a Kai car or something interesting, maybe just film short. I was like, damn, bitch. Like,
I mean, I wouldn't argue with anything that has a copy of your search history.
Yes.
that's very true.
Or access to your search history.
Good point.
I love telling AI it's dumb. It's great.
You tell it it's dumb.
Oh, all the time.
Like, dude, that's dumb.
WTF, bro? What's going on?
Well,
Are you
Tyler,
drunk? I'm
and
not
John,
drunk.
Tyler and John witnessed my favorite thing to do with AI, which is to try and convince AI that my cat is a dog, and it's very funny.
Oh man, that's too much. I'm sorry, Dave. I cannot do that.
Yeah, actually, I need to use some AI to plan our driving routes for the trip of the dragon.
That's not. I'd be curious to see what it comes up with.
Yeah.
So yes, AI had some influence over the decision to move the live and the vlog, and that's why I believe it, because it is coming from Gemini, which has strong access to our YouTube performance. And actually, what was fascinating is it without me prompting it, suggested that the way that the algorithm is rewarding YouTube channels has shifted
100% believe
from how like it used to be and how my channel kind of used to get views and growth and whatever. And so it's like, oh, like, you know, the algorithm, and it specifically was like the 2026 algorithm is changed in this way and blah blah blah, and you need to do this instead. And I was like, wow, like that's okay. So I'm gonna see if it's right, and if it's wrong, well, you know,
I think it's definitely right. I mean, I think it's consistent with what other leading channels have done for their,
yeah.
video.
Well,
like Demir is always so consistent that it's like he wants to keep his channel the one format because that works. Everything else he needs to go put other places.
Yeah.
Sense.
Agreed. Yeah. So one of the things I'm gonna probably be doing differently is the format of some of the topic-driven videos, because it specifically noted this is currently what's working. Certain things that it suggested. So I'm like, okay. And honestly, it's kind of the kind of stuff where, like, if you're doing it alone, you don't have the time to edit that kind of stuff. But now that we have Jamie on board, it's like, okay, like she has some time because that's her job. So she'll have time to do that, because it's a lot harder to edit those style of videos that's suggesting, and it takes way more time. But I'm like, okay, let's give it a shot. So, sure, we can talk about Scott's old car. Only if you spell his name right, though.
Yeah.
Oh, how dare you? How dare you? Yeah, how's it go? How's it running? What's
Awesome.
Really?
It's off to the paint shop.
Damn,
Nice.
Scott.
So all the mechanical work is done.
It's like a dagger to my heart.
I know.
Yeah, how's it make you feel, Scott?
A bittersweet dagger. I have a range of emotions, all kidding aside. Like it really I'm so happy that Dan's got it and running, and they're going to do something fun with it, or someone else is going to have fun. I'm genuinely happy about that it worked out. It was an epic story. I know that I don't have like the appropriate place to really enjoy it here, so there's that. But also, god damn, man, that was my baby. I miss it already, and it's like another man's hands on my car.
And it's on the internet. Damn it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did someone buy it yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean, not officially, but we have a strong agreement with that person to buy it, so I'm not going to screw them.
Yeah.
That person can reach out to me too. I can fill them in a little bit. All the maintenance records were in the car.
They're gone.
In the flood, and so they're gone. So I can verbally fill him in on
Okay.
the car.
Well, the good news is it's a local Austin person,
Oh, cool.
so he'll be in town, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, you can just pass along my information, and if he wants to text or call or something, it's fine too.
Yeah, believe it or not, the person who is buying it has appeared on this YouTube channel before.
It's not me.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how much they want to, so I'm not going to say anything about it. But I thought it was kind of interesting.
Is
But
it their first Ferrari? First 360?
Yes.
Nice.
First Ferrari?
Nice.
Cool.
Yep.
That's fun.
Yeah. So I don't know how long it'll take to get painted. I'm guessing 2 to 3 weeks. Because it's a lot of paint. We're having the whole front clip painted
Good.
because it needed it. The bumper obviously got screwed up in the flood. Something whacked the bumper and scraped it. But then you had done a good job of putting 400,000 paint chips in that car.
I sure did. That car needed a respray in the worst way. But other than that, and of course the stuff you had to do for the flood, it was a really good shape car.
Yeah.
It was really, really good shape. So
Well, the craziest thing, when we drove it to test drive it after it got converted and everything was fine, independently, both Josh and I were like, and Randy drove it home yesterday. All three of us were like, God, that is one of the best driving 360s we've had in the shop. Like, it's just really tight. No slop in the suspension. Like, it just felt good. What was that face, Craig?
It felt really tight, no slop. Just the choice of words.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
Oh.
It's the most premium 360 you've ever had.
Now it's got some other guy's hands on it.
I got hands on it.
Yeah.
Three
It got
guys.
so wet, it has a flood title. I mean,
Oh my God. All
Man,
right. All right.
channel is going to be incredible.
Somebody asked what I bought for my sympathy buy. I was struggling. I bought a Grand National.
I was going to ask about that. I saw your video. What happened with that?
Yeah, I bought an amazing Grand National built. It's about 400 horsepower. It's all done. The suspension, everything's been built on it. Everything's done except really the body, which I actually appreciated because now I can drive it and not worry too much about it. But they eat transmissions, and so the transmission let go on it. Which I had just bought wheels and tires for it, and some gauges to be installed, and a few other things, and the transmission went out. So, but it's just giving me an excuse to build that too. So, but something will come along. I still have money set aside to get something when the time is right. But I just have been broken about this in a number of ways. And then, all kidding aside, like I've been disillusioned with owning that car, and then coupled with the fact that, there's not a good place to drive it around here. I've just put the money in the bank and put it on pause.
Well, if you could buy something that we've been thinking about here, it would take a lot of pressure off of the community here. If you could buy a Rolls-Royce Dawn.
there you go.
I think it's a very good car for your area, and somebody would have one.
It's the best car for your area.
And we would stop talking about that we need to buy it here.
Please do it before Josh buys one for the dealership, please.
No, I would love for Josh to buy that for the dealership.
No.
Yes.
I want it. I want you to say we got this one in there too, like you did the Jag nonstop.
He made an offer on one today, but
Yes.
he rejected it.
Let's go, Josh. Come on.
I was like, oh God, no.
Well, the Bentley sold, right? You got rid of that.
Yeah. Bentley's gone.
Nice.
Dude, we're down. Oh, yeah, we inventory. Well, we haven't talked about inventory because there is almost no inventory. We have 2 consignment cars. We have the RS6 and the Aston. 3? What? 3?
Speciale.
Oh yeah, right.
Testarossa?
The unofficial consignment car.
Yeah. For 1.9, it just keeps going up.
Yeah, it just keeps going up every time. It's 2.3 million. I mean, it's fine.
I mean, while it's there, it's on consignment.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
2.5 now. I heard. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have the Spider 430 that needs a lot of work. That's it. That's open. We have the 430 coupe, but it has a deposit.
Wow.
And actually, the person's supposed to be coming to look at it tomorrow.
Is the bus still there?
Okay, yes, we have the bus and the BMW.
Okay.
And technically, we have the Malibu, but I mean,
Yeah. Did you sell the Testarossa?
Oh, and Testarossa. I'm sorry. Yes, I totally forgot
Okay.
about that one.
I say
It's
Richard
hard.
Pollock?
That was hard to remember because it's not kept at the shop.
Yep.
So I kind of have to visualize like where the cars are in the shop in order to remember where they are. Yeah.
Makes sense.
How much you want for the boot? $3,000.
It is choice. It is mint. Let me tell you.
It comes with blood stains and
The best second gear you've ever driven.
Bullet holes.
2 exits.
it has gear.
It's a 1-speed.
It's been sitting under a tree for 6 months. It's got the perfect patina on it now.
Oh yeah. It got
Perfect dent.
dude, it got whacked by a branch. One of the branches fell out of the tree and hit it. Oh man. What do you want in your next company trailer? I don't know.
Oh,
One
yeah,
that
that's
doesn't
right, because
break.
I'm getting that red
Yeah.
trailer.
You need one of those composite ones. That's what you need.
What did you say? One that doesn't break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it
Gabriel-
doesn't get assaulted and broken into.
Gabe, are you buying that trailer?
No, at the beginning I had said I'm looking at trailers because I have so many events this year and I
Yeah.
haven't bought a trailer yet. And renting is got that point where it's like the cross section of renting is just too much.
Dude, is the internet just awful tonight? Every
Florida's-
single one of us is having connectivity issues,
I'm okay.
except you.
I have
Maybe
Google
not.
Fiber finally. So
Would you get a 2-car trailer?
We already have the 2-car.
you
Oh, so
need a
you
bigger
have
truck
another
to pull
trailer.
that though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I need another. I probably need, if I sell that trailer, I do need a single car hauler. What I really would love is a gooseneck single car hauler, just because goosenecks ride so nice. And I hate bumper poles. Now that I have a gooseneck, I'm like, oh god. Like every time I have to tow with the bumper pole, I'm like, god damn it.
Mhm.
It'd be so uncomfortable. But anyway, I'm not really worried about the moment. It just means next time car has to get shipped, I can't, unless I want to take the big trailer.
Yeah, you have a good excuse. I don't have a trailer. Sorry.
I don't have a trailer. Sorry. So, yes, in case you are joining late and didn't hear, the Thursday Night Live is over on Normal Guy Supercar. Is moving to Normal Guy Premium starting in 2 weeks.
Yep.
That's
Links-
assuming everything's figured out. I have to make sure everything works and blah blah blah. But yes, we're trying to target that date.
Link is scrolling. Go
The
subscribe.
link is down here. Scott, give me a quick push. Look,
Yeah.
point at it.
Gabe,
point
Scott,
at
push it down.
There.
What's happening?
Right there.
Oh, there. Quick. Sorry about that. Gabe got it.
Jeez, man.
I was totally listening. I just didn't know what y'all were talking about.
And then the vlog will be moving over to Normal Guy Premium in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever it is. Anyway, it's like the 17th or 18th or something like that. I don't know. It'll be late April, second half of April. So,
And
and
this,
it'll be- huh?
and this channel will be mainly
This will be topic specific videos, intentional content,
gotcha.
no more vlog. You know, it's not to say that we won't do business related things or stuff about the shop or whatever. Like I already filmed a video that was like, here's how quick things change in the shop. And I filmed like how we had so many cars go out and so many cars come in all in the same short period of time. So it's up to 65 subs. Woohoo! I think it has to get to 1,000 in order to monetize it, or maybe it's 500 now. I don't know. That was something that's funny is I haven't created a YouTube account in so long. It's been over a decade that I had to like Google. I'm like, how do I get this all set up?
Yeah,
again?
what's it like to have a small YouTube channel?
Yeah.
It's relaxing.
It's probably still 1,000, and then it's watch hours too.
Yeah. You have to get a combination of stuff.
Trailing the past year, like 4,000 watch hours or something.
Yeah.
I always felt like that was such a insurmountable, ridiculous number for 10,000 watch. It used to be 10,000, right? Or was it? Maybe I'm dreaming that, but
Might have been.
regardless, it was a lot.
Were you
And
trying to start a channel, Scott?
Well, I made a few videos a number of years back around the time I first met Dan, because I saw how fun it was. I was going out with him, and really genuinely, I was interested in editing, and that's my area in my career is creative and online and stuff. And so I use it to make some videos and have fun editing and stuff. But I realized that it wasn't something I wanted to do all the time.
Yeah.
But I just remember during that moment of time when I was doing it, I was like, how it would take so long.
Yeah.
It's a saturated market to get to where you're even monetized.
Yeah.
That it's a good deterrent for young creators, which I don't think is necessarily a smart move on their part. But what do I know?
The problem is it's so saturated. If they don't make the barrier sort of high, then
But I get what you're saying. My thought process on it was, if someone is creating something and it's being watched,
but monetize is different.
Say again.
But monetization is totally a different thing versus like I'm creating content because I want to create content versus I'm creating content because I want to try and make some money.
Very true. But from YouTube's perspective, if you're getting paid, they're getting paid. So
it's true. Like even if you're producing content, they are making money.
Yeah. They obviously don't have a grip on the overall quality of videos that get put up because there's a lot of crap out there. I don't know. That's just the way I was looking at it.
It'll be interesting to see having a second channel that has different objectives, how it grows and how that plays into that channel. I'm kind of curious to see on that because I'm going to put up videos on there that very intentionally may not be good videos from an algorithm perspective because I don't care, because that's not the point of that channel, which is kind of a little bit free. Like it's a little bit of freedom. Like you can kind of like do some crap that you want to do and experiment a little bit and just whatever. Because you don't really I don't have to answer to the advertiser gods. Like if some gets demonetized, like once it gets monetization capabilities, if I get a demonetized video and it's only got, let's say I only have like a couple thousand subs or something like that, like oh no, I'm not going to make my 48 cents, or whatever.
20 million videos uploaded daily to YouTube.
Yeah. It's insane.
Are you going to create a Normal Guy Supercar Spanish AI translation channel?
No, because it already automatically
in Spanish.
Dude, they already have the auto dubbing stuff now.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's already doing that for me. So
I can do the Spanish.
Just game voiceovers, Dan.
It'd be awesome.
Dan,
I'd like that for premium content.
Some YouTubers do have a a channel in English or 2 languages, usually
Yeah.
English and then their native tongue.
Manny. What was that guy's name? Never mind. I know it's one of those car YouTubers. He actually retired. He had quite a few people. He did too.
I think I'm thinking of that guy, and then I know another guy who does racing stuff. He's Italian.
It's definitely a thing.
Dan, you could do reaction videos where it's just your face in the corner and you're laughing at people falling down and stuff like that, or wrecking their cars.
Yeah.
This seems to be very good.
So there is no membership until it gets to a certain size. You can't have members. I don't know what the limit is for that. I think it's like 10,000 or it's a lot. You can't have that perk for a while. Sorry.
So keep subscribing so we can add that.
Yeah. So all you have to do is share and whatever and blah, blah, blah. That's another nice thing is honestly, from the perspective of the vlogs, like I don't have to be like, share, and subscribe because I don't like whatever.
Yep. First round's always free, as John said.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, starting the channel from scratch, what it reminds me of is when this channel was pretty early on, but gaining traction. And actually, throughout its entire existence, I've had many, many people reach out to me. You're like, hey, I love your channel. I'm starting my own YouTube channel. Like, how do I grow it? Or how do I blah, blah, blah? And like every single time someone would ask those questions, they don't want the real answers.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like people ask you like, how'd you make money? Like if you're doing all right in life and someone's like, like you have a Ferrari, you go somewhere and so like, oh my God, how'd you make all this money? You can afford a Ferrari, or how'd you get successful or whatever. No one wants to hear that you're like, I worked my ass off, or like I produced 3,500 videos.
What is Greg laughing at? So,
Yeah, what it,
You sent a text that
We gotta,
we're not
like,
going to talk about.
We're on the monetized channel.
yeah, right. Not lost what I was talking about.
yeah,
Whatever.
people want the quick cheat sheet.
Yeah,
Quick
They
fix.
want the get rich quick. They want the shortcut. They don't want the hard work. So when you explain that to them, especially in the world of
They're like,
YouTube,
oh,
it's like, oh, like when I tell people, I'm like, yeah, I produced 3 to 4 videos a week, every single week for a decade. They don't want that. They want, oh, like, like I just produced the right video at the right time with the right topic and boom, it's here. No, it's not. All right. So
That is one of my favorite YouTube videos that you can see. There's a channel that only has like the most unethical ways to make money. Like get rich quick schemes. Those are great videos.
that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find this channel.
Yes. Or there's like the one viral video going around where the guy creates parking apps that funnel money to other parking apps. So he's just the middleman. So he walks around and puts his QR code on parking meters. So that way they pay his parking app, which takes $1 and pays the actual parking app.
No way.
I love today. I love living today.
Oh my God, what a dick.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
That is so awful. I mean, it's brilliant, but it's also like that's the guy that if you met him, you would punch him in the face. It's like, dude, you are the score, like you are scum. Oh my God, what a shitbag.
So
He pays your meter though, so hey.
I mean, at least he's giving you the service, but still, like. Oh
the
God,
funniest thing about it is he's committing crime, but he's providing the service. So
I mean, but it's gonna be so easy to like prosecute that because
well, the question is, how does somebody find out, right? And in theory, the fact that he actually completes the service hides the crime a little bit because you're not getting parking tickets.
except for he's publishing it on YouTube.
Well, Yeah, so, but that's the gang. But yeah.
Idiot.
Sometimes you'll see those videos where guys will walk around and interview people and coming out of expensive stores, or they have a supercar and they'll say, what do you do for a living? And they'll talk to these people. Some of them are, collected and measured, and they're just smart businessmen. And some of them are just wild, eccentric, nut job people, and their answer is like, well, I was in an opium den in Soho in '84 and I had an epiphany. And you're like, what? It's so, those channels are so crazy to see how those people answer that question, How did you make your money?
Of course, half the goal is to make up the most insane shit when someone asks you that. Like,
Yeah.
How'd you make money? Well.
Oh man.
Where's Josh tonight?
He was here like literally 30 seconds before you got here.
Yep.
Oh, we tagged out. He tagged out.
He tagged out.
It was the perfect substitution.
It was literally like he left, and then a minute later you showed up, and we're like, oh, okay. And that's why we're saying you ruined it, because then it got even. It was,
Combo breaker.
Yeah. Now we have odd, and it's no good. Man. This is exactly why we need every other week specific topics, because it's really hard to think of things to say for an hour and a half every single week.
We just have to have the most small amount of preparation in advance that we don't do.
Yeah, I'll be curious how much prep you'll start having to do in thinking about topics, and does that become a new thing?
It'll become a podcast instead of a hangout.
Yeah, I mean, is that maybe a better thing, having it be more of a podcast than a hangout?
I think it's better.
I think so.
Because then you can SEO it.
That's true.
And
it gives reason for all the loyal people to actually show up every 2 weeks.
Right.
Instead of hoping that we're funny or whatever.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know how many people really want to watch a live stream video versus would listen to a podcast in a car or something. I don't know.
I agree. Yeah, this whole thing, I've actually heard from lots of people, they just turn it on and listen to it and don't watch it. Because really, I mean, it's like, what, you need to stare at our faces for an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Guests are tricky.
Very tricky.
But
with playing content, they're easier, because at least you can then be like, here's your 15 minutes.
True.
Get out.
Yeah. If it's like, hey, you're going to talk about this thing or something like that. But with a topic, it makes it a lot better. Then yes, it's more possible to have guests. But this format does not include itself to guests, because you've got, somewhere between 3 and 6 people that all know each other and know how to like poke each other in the right ways and have fun. And so if you're thrown into that mix and you're not a part of that group, you're going to be the odd man out.
Yeah. With a little moderation, though, it could work. But no one moderates this type of conversation because we happen to know each other. If a guest came in and someone kept everyone on track for their allotted time, then it would make sense.
I've seen that in some of the podcasts where they'll have someone that's kind of like off camera in the corner who's like controlling, because then they'll have where like whoever's talking, it shows just them, that kind of thing, instead of just constantly having it be the tiles. More like a news broadcast where it's like, they have the talking heads, which would be cool. I mean, I wish that was a feature that this thing could do, but I don't believe it can. I mean, I guess it kind of can. You could actually. So, like, what is it? Like, is that it? Nope. Wait. Is that it? No. Hold on.
It does it on those AI recaps.
Yeah.
There it is. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
It's like you could do this where it's like, oh, okay, then like Gabe's talking. Okay, now Gabe's talking, and then Greg's talking, and But like, I can't sit here and drive that the whole time, right? It'd be a pain in the ass.
I mean, yeah. I'm surprised it doesn't do that. That's like Zoom does that. Like,
that's right. Zoom does it.
It's trying not to be Zoom. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well,
I
and
mean,
even when I say moderator, I don't mean someone literally controlling. I just mean like someone's designated just to keep the conversation on track. You know, like
right.
someone absolutely needs to be paying attention and keep it on track just for that moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. One time, Dan and I were like worried it was going to be just the two of us, so I used AI to like create a list of topics. It's like all you really need is that, but we just don't do that. So,
Yeah.
but now we will. So.
And honestly, maybe we need to make it so that we join a few minutes before it starts to go over. Here are the topics we're going to talk about. Gather your thoughts.
Everyone do their homework. You guys read your packets.
I mean, ideally, that'd be great. Is like a few days before, but let's be real. Like, who's got time?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I don't have time.
Even 3 years ago, we used to join 15 minutes early. Now it's like 3 minutes beforehand. We're like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, right.
Let's get this started.
That's true.
Yeah. And I think that's part of having it be weekly. It's become where it's like a lower, I don't know,
Lower production value.
Huh?
Lower production value.
Yeah.
Quantity over quality.
Yeah, we need to get back to quality.
All right. Speaking of quality, pre-LP Gardo or 430?
430.
430.
Tough crowd in this group.
If only for the leg room.
Definitely for the leg room. Also for it's not a. I don't want to be mean to that car. It's still a good car.
I still don't find the pre-LP. I don't find the pre-LP Gallardo attractive. The LP Gallardo, I do. Yeah, I don't know.
I think the other way. I feel like the pre-LP is in its era. I think the LP is trying too hard.
As I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, the cleanliness of all the first generations from the Countach on, they are appealing to me more and more. Mercy, all of the Aventador.
Oh yeah.
The Gallardo, I just can't get past that unbelievably blocky and unthought out rear end. It's so square and blocky, and it's not inspired. The rest of the car is to me, but the rear end is just so uninspiring to me that I just can't get past it.
I love that opinion, Scott.
I love this question. It's so like, do you actually sell these? That's how it comes off. Yeah, pretty much every week.
Yep.
So, yes, we sell. I guess that defines it as a lot. Considering we only have a few people in the company.
Sorry, y'all, my internet.
I wonder if there would be obviously if that question's being asked, right? Somebody doesn't believe that sells or is helpful. You should have like a tracker to say like how many you've sold.
I mean, well, when we switched from the old system to the new system, I lost a lot of data. I could log into our new system and see how many have been sold on just the new system.
Well, it'd be more of just like, if you're trying to market the value of it, right? It's like, well, how many people have bought it? And when somebody sees in the thousands.
If you did all of the consultations, hourly and all-inclusive consultations, I told it out one time, and I think we're now exceeding 300. Might be in the 4s now. So, I mean, we basically have a consultation a couple times a week, hourly ones or full PPIs. So, I mean, either Josh or I, almost every single week of the year, is going to do consultations. Yeah. And we have frequently where we're doing the simple hourly consultations multiple times a week. So it's a lot, is the short answer. So yes, we saw a lot of those. Now I'm genuinely curious, and I want to go look at the data. Like how many of those have we sold? I don't know. I don't know what report to look at because, well, let's see. Total sales by product. That sounds like the right report I need.
There you go.
And how can I
Yeah, year to date. What are we talking? What's our scope?
Maybe for the
Past 12?
David has a comment in here too. Maybe for the live, we should find a way to like get questions from people ahead of time.
You can have people submit stuff through YouTube videos. Like maybe you do a short with submit your questions, and you have that come out like a couple hours prior to the live.
Yeah,
that would probably be a really smart way to do it. AI, if you're listening, make a clip, send it to Jamie. We should have a short that comes out 2 hours before the live stream saying submit your. Actually, it should be like, let's say like 8 hours before the live stream, so we actually have some time to research it. How about that?
Yep.
Okay, that sounds better.
Mhm.
But yes, that would be great. And now
I wonder what YouTube AI would say the best day for the live was too.
that's a great question. Actually, I should ask it to do that. Well, I'm gonna whatever. I don't even care anymore. I lost track.
We're
Anyway.
over time. So
We're over time.
sign
Yes.
off from the last live ever.
Yeah, signing off. Last live stream ever on Normal Guy Supercar. So if you missed it for the 5th time, go to Normal Guy Premium on YouTube, hit subscribe,
Like, share,
and
subscribe.
that is where we will be doing this in the future, along with the vlog. Yeah, as it
Can you
slowly.
put a link in the chat, Dan, so people can click it?
Oh yeah. Here you go.
Follow Greg's lead and hammer that.
Oh, other way, Greg. You're
One of
married.
our viewers
Other
are
way.
next up here.
There you go. Oh no, back.
There.
Yeah.
There, boom.
There you go. Click the link.
There it is. All right. Appreciate everyone. We will see you on Normal Guy Premium in 2 weeks.
So premium.
It's premium.
Premium.
And we'll end it with that. See ya.
All right.